So this is a brief introduction to the Miller's Way project, which has been happening really for quite some time. It's been maybe 3 years in the planning, but has just since March 2020 really stepped up and become more focused to the point where we found a location in Shepherd's Bush, Miller's Way, hence Miller's Way project. And it was an office when we found it, nice, light, bright office, which had previously been a religious meeting place, and before that had been light industrial Victorian unit. So we took it over, ruined it, ripped it to pieces, tore the roof off, as you do, and really stripped it back to really fulfill its new purpose. And that involved really looking at each of the 2 floors, a 2-floor building, and looking at how we were going to use each floor to really help us with the overall idea for this project. So what we have essentially is a ground floor, which we've made so that it can be separated into smaller rooms or opened up to form one big room. Smaller rooms could have things like tea ceremonies, calligraphy, one-to-one, more sort of close training sessions. The larger hall is really more intended for group classes, yoga, Pilates, things like that. Things that we can really use to help train people so that they're involved in something that's really taking them into better stages of their own health. Then the upstairs, the first floor, is a treatment space. Again, it can all be folded back and opened up, but in the main it's going to be used divided up into these booths, very comfortable treatment booths. But we've also got these lovely sort of waiting areas right at the top of the stairs, lovely bright area where you can have tea, and feel that you're in the room. You're not sort of separated too much from the treatment, but it's a distance away. We have a kitchen off the back of that waiting area, so we can prepare food, we can prepare herbs, teas, and then again you're in the same room as the treatments, but you're somewhat sort of separated from them. And the treatments will vary. Many different types of treatments will be on offer, but more of that later. What we are also committing to do is to make this clinic a training clinic, as we had before, so it's assisted clinic. We can clear the whole space open so that we can run the kind of seminars that we've been doing for years now. But also, this is all in service of the bigger project, because really it's the amalgamation of those 2 things, training, treating, finding a way to get across to people what health really consists of, and how much it involves finding what the Japanese called purposeful life. And so what we've done is we've spent a lot of time really focusing on things like the finance. How do we charge so that we can do what we need to do and help people who couldn't necessarily afford it in other ways? And in order to do that, the real part of the project in terms of therapists is to try to find what we can agree on in terms of what constitutes a really healthy human being. What are the principles we can all agree on, no matter what discipline we come from, so that we can begin to really develop what we do and learn from each other in a really profound way. And then the project is to go looking in our local communities and find the problems that need solutions, and use this process of how we refine and look at every aspect of health to come up with the best solutions we can, to teach them, and to keep on learning and keep on looking. And that's the project, the Miller's Way project.